Hello, Times Crossword, let's go. Item that fixes part of cooker having new trouble. Nope. Base receiving warning after cream tea curdled when still edible. Nope. Article from the pen of singular saint, something deep. Yes, this is abyss. Article is a, an indefinite article in grammar. From the pen of is by, singular is s, the abbreviation, and saint is s, the abbreviation, and an abyss is something deep. Court request collected works has to involve president first. I note that habeas corpus fits, and yeah, I'm putting this in. I think I can see elements which work. So habeas corpus is a court request. It's certainly a Latin term relating to the law. Collected works, I think, is corpus. Has is has, to involve president, to involve Abe, which is how Abraham Lincoln, a president of the US, is sometimes referred to. So has including Abe first before corpus gives habeas corpus. Fantastic. Always good to get the long ones in. Dominant kid grabbing pole repeatedly. Kid could be guy. Pole repeatedly. Well, I'm thinking N or S for North or South Pole, but Gunny and Gussie don't mean dominant. A cry for help about worst poisonous substance. No. Item that fixes. Part of cooker having new trouble. This is hobnail. A hobnail is an item that fixes. Part of cooker is hob. Having new, N, the abbreviation, trouble, ale. So, dominant kid grabbing pole repeatedly. Yeah, this is bossy. So bossy means dominant. Kid is boy. Grabbing pole repeatedly, grabbing S repeatedly, representing the South Pole. Base receiving warning after cream tea curdled when still edible, question mark, 464. I wonder if this is best before date. It fits the letter pattern and the definition. So, base, what does that mean? I don't know. Receiving warning after cream tea curdled. Well, cream is best. Tea curdled could indicate an anagram of tea, with curdled being the anagram indicator. So between best and 8, we've got before D, and that must mean base receiving warning. Base is bed, receiving 4, which is a warning in golf. Fantastic. And a best before date is a reference to when an item of food is still edible. A cry for help about worst poisonous substance. Well, surely asbestos. A cry for help is A and then SOS. About worst. Worst and best are synonyms. They just are. You can see that in the dictionary. To best somebody is to beat them, and to worst somebody is also to beat them, to make them worse. And then asbestos is a poisonous substance. Start to climb, up to get on, piece of furniture. Start to climb could be C. up could be up. To get on is to board, and then a cupboard is a piece of furniture. Dance, very unnecessary in party. Yeah, this is real. A reel is a dance. Very is the abbreviation. Unnecessary or not needed in party, in revel. £25, including fees, returned by Mike Carroll. Wow, I think £25 is pony, so it could end NY. The O could go in 2 spots. Including fees, returned by Mike. Nope, not getting that. Failed to stress, indication of softness in some carpeting. I think this is under something, possibly under felt. Fail to stress. Let me just leave that in for the moment and come back to it. Move poet to pen, right line. I think to pen could mean to include. So move poet, could move be an anagram indicator for poet? To pen or include right, RT, and then the whole thing means line. I'm not getting that. Exploit or exploit, upset, the person writing this procedure. Wow, the person writing is me or my, and therefore could be my. So this could be system, but I'm not getting it. Person possibly given documentation after prison sentence. Prison sentence is life in jail. Personally, person possibly given documentation. So the definition is person possibly given documentation blank blank are blank. Given could just be a linking word, so a 4-letter word for documentation. Nope. Writers, one book covered in a lot of rubble. This is scribe. So a scribe is a writer, one is I, book is B, the abbreviation, covered in a lot of rubble, covered in a lot of the letters of scree. Scrutinise attention in school. This is search. Search means scrutinise. Attention is ear. In school, in SCH, the abbreviation for school. Intense skill. Circling where animal hides. This is ardent. Ardent means intense. Skill is art. Circling or about where animal hides. Well, an animal hides in a den. Unduly sentimental. I think that comma is a typo. Though not about sun being involved in river disaster. Wow. What is this? Nope, not getting that. Dodgy story supported by account provided by one mathematician. Wow, what could this be? Don't know. So I was working my way down the downs. Let me pick them up here. Alfred picked up expression of sadness about King in sudden gathering. Well, a sudden gathering is a flash mob. Alfred is Alf, picked up, reversed. Expression of sadness is sob. About King, about HM, short for His Majesty. and then a flash mob is a sudden gathering. Fantastic. Lots of crossing letters. Bet success will be welcomed by a theatre fan. Nope. A youngster rejected fame without disagreement. No. Fancy beer I crow runs in my place for making it. Good grief. Well, fancy looks like an anagram indicator. We're looking for 12 letters. Beer I crow is 9. But even with beer I crow, I'm not seeing what that could make, but the B of beer does work with the B of mob. So, let me come back to the Downs. Catwalk is home to a fugitive. Nope. Egg on, something explosive. No. Worker in cloth often runs from laundromat machine. Wow, no. So let me come back to the acrosses, which I haven't looked at. Courageous and fortunate in pursuit of power. This is plucky. Plucky means courageous. Fortunate is lucky in pursuit of or after power. P, the abbreviation for power. And a second Y in 8 down. Exploit. Upset. The person writing this procedure. No. Already looked at that. Already looked at 16 across. Let me revisit 24 across. Unduly sentimental. Though not about sun, being enrolled in river, disaster. The river looks like the Cam. There is a river Cam in England, in which case the whole thing would be, the definition would be disaster. So cataclysm works, that is a definition of disaster. Unduly sentimental is treacly. Though not about, well, about is re, Latin for about. So treacly without re gives tackly. Sun is S, the abbreviation. Being involved in river, involved in Cam, gives cataclysm, which is a disaster. Fantastic. Worker in cloth often runs from laundromat machine. This is dyer. So, worker in cloth is a dyer. I'm not quite sure what often is doing in this clue, but runs is R, the cricketing abbreviation, from laundromat machine, from dryer. Dodgy story supported by account provided by one mathematician. Yes, this is Fibonacci. So, dodgy story is fib, supported by, or underneath, sorry, above. Account, ACC, the abbreviation. Dodgy story is fib, supported by is on. Account is ACC, the abbreviation. One is I, and then Fibonacci is a mathematician. Person, possibly. Yeah, this is life form. A life form could be a person. Documentation is form. After prison sentence, after life. 14 minutes down. So, 26 across. Oh gosh. Fancy beer I crow. Well, still, these letters are all coming from beer I crow, which does support the idea that the answer includes an anagram of beer I crow. For making it. What could that be? Could it be microbrewery? It fits the letter pattern. So, fancy. Anagram indicator for beer I crow. Runs is R, the cricketing abbreviation. Again, in MY, and then place for making it, place for making the fancy beer, could be a microbrewery. Superb. Okay, so the left half of the grid is complete. Can I make progress? Shy. Cut short the argument. Nope. Egg on something explosive. This is niter. So egg is knit, on is ray, Latin for about or on, and then niter is something explosive. Catwalk is home to a fugitive. Yeah, this is runaway. A catwalk is a runway. Home to a, or includes a, and then a runaway is a fugitive. Shy is throw. Cut short the, well, if we cut short the word the, we have th, and then argument is row. A youngster. Well, that's probably a son. Rejected fame without disagreement as one man means without disagreement. So a youngster is a son. Rejected fame, well, fame is name. Rejected, reversed, gives as one man, which means without disagreement. That looks useful. Policeman redirected persons to crime. Yeah, redirected looks like an anagram indicator for persons to crime, and therefore we're looking for an anagram of those words, which means policeman. Ending M, something R, something E. Well, this is surely a vowel between M and R. A, E, I, O, U. Wow, what is this? Or why? No, not getting that. Gosh, okay. Bet success will be welcomed by a theatre fan. No. Now we've got an extra letter in 6 down. Fail to stress is underplay. Indication of softness is P. P is a musical, is short for piano, which is a musical term meaning soft. In some carpeting, in underlay, which you put under carpeting and therefore is part of carpeting. Yep. Bet success will be welcomed by a theatre fan. I wonder if this is playgoer. So, bet is lay, success is go, will be welcomed by a, well, per is Latin for a, and then a playgoer is a theatre fan. £25, pony. I think the O is more likely to go at the end. Including fees. Aha, this is pseudonym. Aha, well, double aha. It doesn't end pony. £25 is pony, including fees returned, including dues returned by Mike. Well, Mike is M in the NATO phonetic alphabet. And then Carroll is a reference to Lewis Carroll, which is the name of an author, but it's not his real name, it's a pseudonym. I think his real name is something Dodgson. Okay, great, this must help. 1, 2, 3 clues to go. Let me do my quick squiz for typos, which has identified ones in the past. All the acrosses look good. Down's looking good so far. Yep, I'm happy with all the current entries. So, 3 clues to go. Let me revisit 8 down because we have an M, not a Y. Exploit. Upset the person writing this procedure. So, the person writing is me. Upset is a reversal indicator for the person writing. This procedure. Wow, what is this? Not getting it. Move poet to pen write line. Not getting that. I note we haven't had a hidden clue in this puzzle. Sometimes they can be very carefully disguised, but I don't think any of these 3 are hidden clues. Policeman. Redirected persons to crime. We've still got letters. All the letters which are in the answer are within persons to crime, so it could be an anagram of persons to crime, in which case the definition is policeman. Aha, Inspector Morse. Phew. No wonder Morse didn't ring a bell, because I was just thinking of generic words for policemen like sergeants and detectives. Is this an anagram of persons to crime? Just by I think it is. Move poet to pen write line. Wow. If 8 down was employ, then there would be an L at the end of 12 across. And propel would fit the letter pattern. To propel could be to move. Poet is Pope, Alexander Pope. To pen write, to include R, the abbreviation for write, and then line is L, the abbreviation. So it is propel. Is 8 down employ? This procedure. An exploit. To exploit could be to employ. Upset is a reversal indicator for the person writing, ME. And then this procedure. Not getting that. Which usually means it's wrong. 23 minutes down. Let me just remove P and O. I don't think Y is part of my. The problem I'm having here is that exploit looks like the definition, but then the word this looks like a reference to the definition, and you can't have 2 references to the definition, you have 1 reference. So let's suppose this procedure is the definition. So we're looking for a procedure. How would the wordplay work? Exploit, upset the person writing. Let me get rid of this as well. What else fits this letter pattern? And we're looking for a word meaning either exploit, which employ only vaguely satisfies, or it's a procedure. 25 minutes down. Exploit, upset. Just checking all of these letters M, L and Y are correct, and they are. Upset the person writing, me, this procedure. A ploy isn't really a procedure, and the word this shouldn't be in the clue if it's simply referring to procedure following the person writing. Wow, I'm not sure what to do here. 26 minutes down. Do I shove in employ? I'm not happy with employ. I don't understand the wordplay. I don't understand the definition. Or do I look further? Let me just consider this letter. I'm just going to mentally run through the alphabet. Smelly works. It probably does have to be, well, employ isn't a vowel. I could go there. P could go there. U could. So it's either a vowel or P or B. I'm going to have to go, let me put employ back in and have another look at it. Exploit, employ, upset the person writing this, which is me. So the person writing this could be part of the person writing as opposed to part of procedure. So upset the person writing this, me, procedure, ploy. Well, I'm not happy with procedure meaning ploy or with employ meaning exploit, but at a stretch both could be true. I can't take this any further. So every clue solved, every clue explained apart from 8 down. No empty squares. Submit. Submit. Hope and pray. No errors. Fantastic. Well, it was employ. If you've got a better explanation of how that clue works, do leave a comment below. But what a super puzzle and what a challenge. Some lovely words in there, especially microbrewery, and always good to see these Latin expressions being kept alive. I think there's probably a fairly limited number of Latin expressions which appear in Times Crosswords, and habeas corpus is still used in English, in the English legal system, so this isn't just plucked from Latin. These are living Latin expressions. But anyway, tremendous range of vocabulary and general knowledge here, so super fun. I think the snitch for this could be, well, I think it was only employ I struggled with, and it was the obvious answer, so I think probably in the 70s or 80s. Now, when I started out solving cryptic crosswords, I kept a record of my results as a way of seeing how I improved, and I started keeping records fairly soon after I started attempting the Times puzzle. So here are my records from 1985. This is the first page of records that I have. And there are 6 numbers in each column representing the 6 days of the week that the Times publishes its daily cryptic. And I gave myself 30 minutes, and at the end of 30 minutes I recorded the number of answers which were either not filled in or were incorrect. So a 0 would indicate that I had solved the puzzle within 30 minutes, and as you can see, that didn't happen very often. When I did solve the puzzle within 30 minutes, next to the 0 to its left, I recorded the number of minutes that I had taken, rounded up to the next nearest minute. So this puzzle took 27 minutes, 43 seconds. I would record that as 28 using this system. So this is the first page of my results in 1985. Fast forward 39 years, and this is my current page of results. So as you can see, there has been some improvement, fortunately, and since last October I have made precisely 2 errors solving the Times daily puzzle. So that is how I record my solving experience with the Times. I've never analysed any of the stats, but I have faithfully recorded every solve since 1985. So if you're interested in keeping similar records, I do recommend it, because certainly at the beginning it was quite heartening to see how I improved over time. Currently I feel that I've probably been plateauing for a number of years, but I still keep up the habit of recording my entries, partly because I want to monitor any decline that happens. So that's all for recording results. Back to this puzzle, absolutely super fun. I hope you enjoyed watching this solve. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.